A portion of this video is sponsored by Benks with their armor case lineup for the iPhone 16 Pro Max with their magnetic ring holder. More from them in this video. Can iOS 18 and Apple's second generation 3nm chipset, the A18 Pro, prove to be the best when it comes to performance? Well, let's find out in this super speed test between the iPhone 16 Pro Max, the Galaxy S24 Ultra, and the Pixel 9 Pro XL. Let's get into it. I'm giving away an iPhone 16 Pro Max. Yes, you did not hear me wrong. One lucky subscriber is going to be in for a chance to win a brand new iPhone 16 Pro Max. Now stick around to the end of the speed test for full details for a chance to win a brand new iPhone 16 Pro Max. For the specs and performance, starting with the iPhone 16 Pro Max, it is powered by Apple's second generation 3nm chipset, the Apple A18 Pro, backed with 8GB of RAM. They are using NVMe based storage, and my particular model is using 1TB. For the Galaxy S24 Ultra, it is powered by the Snapdragon 8 Gen 3 4 Galaxy chipset, backed with 12GB of RAM and using UFS 4.0 storage. My particular model does have 256GB. And for the Pixel 9 Pro XL, it is powered by Google's Tensor G4 chipset, and it's packing the most RAM at 16GB, and it is using UFS 3.1 storage. My particular model has got 256GB. And if you're looking for the best protection for your iPhone 16 Pro Max while adding style, a nice feel, and extra functionality, then look no further than Benks with their armor tint and armor air cases with MagSafe support, alongside their magnetic ring holder, mag clip, phone grip, and stand. Both the armor tint and armor air cases are made from durable 600D Kevlar fiber with enhanced lens protection, a sleek, lightweight design, and MagSafe compatibility. The armor tint further incorporates 1000D Kevlar fiber with 3 colors, gold, blue, and green. Thanks to MagSafe support and a strong magnetic connection, the mag clip, phone grip, and stand is perfect for the cases, offering better grip thanks to a slot for your finger, more comfort, multiple stand modes using a 360-degree rotatable ring for a great hands-free experience, a nice soft touch sensation with a slim comfort always. Check the links in the description below for where you can get your Benks cases and accessories for your iPhone 16 Pro Max with excellent pricing against the competition, and thank you to Benks for sponsoring a portion of this video. Okay, let's kick things off with our super speed test between the iPhone 16 Pro Max, S24 Ultra, and Pixel 9 Pro XL. Going through the social media apps first, we are on X or Twitter, whichever one you want to call it. Moving on to Facebook. Right now, we're actually seeing the Pixel 9 Pro XL really blitzing through it. It's already on YouTube, going through the streaming applications on Disney Plus. And yeah, the Pixel is really smooth and getting through it nice and quickly. Now on Prime Video, the iPhone is still loading up on Disney Plus, moved over to Prime Video. It's now on BBC iPlayer and Subway Surface. Now this is something that is loaded on the Pixel 9 Pro XL with the games already. Is it going to actually maintain it as we go through, or are they going to catch up when it comes to the iPhone and the Galaxy S24 Ultra? This is going to be an interesting turn of events when it comes to how things are going through. Temple Run is loading up, and then the Galaxy S24 Ultra actually gets ahead, moving over to flick diving. And as we're getting through this, before we start from here, we go to the video exporting test, and this is with Luma Fusion. And with Luma Fusion, what we've done is we've actually got a 3-minute clip, and this is from the Panasonic Lumix S9. It's a 72 megabits per second 420 10-bit H.265 file. And we're doing this export to pretty much see which one gets through. And of course, with our speed test, it is heavily inspired by the GOAT himself, David Rahimi from Phone Buff, but with our twist. And I'm going to explain the twist that we're going to do. This is actually round 1. And then we're going to do an analysis and breakdown that should be very interesting, especially with the factor that we have with using Luma Fusion, which initiating it is going to be very different on either Android or iOS. So if you appreciate the effort, be sure to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you don't miss future videos on the Love of Tech channel when it comes to our technical comparisons. As we're blitzing through, when it comes to the video exporting, I've got the times here. The Galaxy S24 Ultra does it in 52 seconds and 9 milliseconds. The iPhone 51 seconds and 57 milliseconds. And then the Pixel 9 Pro XL did that export in 1 minute, 5 seconds, and 8 milliseconds. Now we're going through in terms of the Lap 2, keeping things in RAM, everything seems to be going nice and smooth. But actually, you know what? The iPhone 16 Pro Max and the Galaxy S24 Ultra are pretty much neck and neck. And when you see the finishing time compared to lap 1 total, oh, things are very close. We're seeing a slight first place win for the iPhone 16 Pro Max, second place, and that is with the Galaxy S24 Ultra. And then third place comes in with the Pixel 9 Pro XL with the times that you see in here. Okay, let's run it back for round 2. This particular round, we have activated RAM Plus at the extra 8GB maximum capacity on the Galaxy S24 Ultra, just to see if it helps it in any way when it comes to loading apps and keeping apps in memory to reload quicker when it comes to lap 2. Right now, looking at it compared to the iPhone 16 Pro Max, they're pretty much level pegging. It's the Pixel 9 Pro XL that is ahead. Having native 16GB of RAM really does help it. It's on Prime Video, BBC iPlayer now. The others are now catching up to it. So we can see that it's actually maybe slightly slower than before when it comes to the S24 Ultra. So whether that's going to make a difference, it's really dependent on round 2. As we're going through, we're getting into the games now. We are on Temple Run 2 on the Pixel 9 Pro XL. And the others have now caught up to it and are coming through in terms of processing and loading this game. Now, as we're pretty much getting there, is it going to be a difference maker when we get to video editing in any capacity or any shape? I don't think it will be, but let's pretty much go through. On Flip Diving now the video exporting is started. Again, on the Android phones, they have more steps to initiate before you can start exporting, and obviously keeping it even to make sure that all of them are exporting in the HEVC format, which is H.265. Why? Again, as stated, the footage is from the Lumix S9 full frame camera, and that is 420 color, 10-bit, 72 megabits per second, and that is pretty much what it's exporting at, because the H.265, that's the only option next to ProRes that you get on the iPhone. So it's to match it up across the board to see how they export and pretty much get through. And all of them are blitzing through it, but the ones that are really blitzing through it is definitely the S24 Ultra and the iPhone 16 Pro Max. They are really well optimized when it comes to Luma Fusion. So as we're pretty much rounding up, the one that we really want to pay attention to is, of course, lap 2. Now, actually, it looks like the iPhone 16 Pro Max is really blitzed through this very quickly this time around. And of course, this is pretty much what we had from before. Now, let's look at what we get with the Galaxy S24 Ultra. Everything looks to be smooth and fine as we are actually reloading the applications going through. And going through it, it's not really helping it speed up any more than it should from first time. And when you look at Snapchat, again, it still takes a little split second to load again. So we can pretty much say that RAM Plus in this particular situation hasn't helped speed it up. So margin of errors, it's near enough the same. It does come in second place. We're going to take round 1 as the best for the Galaxy S24 Ultra without RAM Plus on. And of course, things just round up with the Pixel 9 Pro XL. Now, taking into account the round 1 results, first place does go to the iPhone 16 Pro Max, and then the Galaxy S24 Ultra, and then the Pixel 9 Pro XL. Or does it? Well, we're gonna actually make some corrections based on timings collected, because as I stated, when it comes to initiating the export, the Android phones have to go through more steps compared to the iPhone 16 Pro Max. So let's run it back and do those calculations. Now, bear with me with this one. There's going to be a lot of numbers and times thrown. I'm going to do my best to illustrate it, but let's break it down. Now, starting with the video exporting with Luma Fusion, when it comes to the actual times that these phones did it, the Galaxy S24 Ultra did it in 52 seconds and 9 milliseconds. The quickest was the iPhone 16 Pro Max. That was at 51 seconds and 57 milliseconds. And then when it comes to the Pixel 9 Pro XL, it did it 1 minute, 5 seconds, and 8 milliseconds. So when it comes to video exporting, H.265 on Luma Fusion in that 3-minute clip, yeah, it was the iPhone 16 Pro Max just by a sliver. Now, before getting to Luma Fusion, which is the main heavy task here, the first 14 applications, starting from when the first application was open, how quickly did all these phones get through? Now, the Galaxy S24 Ultra did that in 1 minute, 2 seconds, and 41 milliseconds. Measuring it with the iPhone 16 Pro Max, it did it in 1 minute, 5 seconds, and 16 milliseconds. And then the Pixel 9 Pro XL did it actually in 1 minute, 4 seconds, and 21 milliseconds. Now, here's where things get very interesting. How do these phones initiate exporting when it comes to LumaFusion, and how long do they take? Let's now start with the Galaxy S24 Ultra. Now, with the Android phones, they have to go through 7 steps before they can actually start exporting it in this speed test. And with that, the total time it actually took when I measured it was 4 seconds and 30 milliseconds. What that basically means is, measuring the extra time difference that I calculated, that's an extra 3 seconds and 7 milliseconds. Now, time difference wise, that's a time difference of 1 second and 23 milliseconds. How does that time actually compare to the iPhone 16 Pro Max? Well, the iPhone 16 Pro Max only has to go through 4 steps before it starts exporting a video. Now, that takes a total time, when calculated, of 2 seconds and 17 milliseconds. That difference of time of 2 seconds and 17 milliseconds on the iPhone compared to 4 seconds and 30 milliseconds on the Galaxy S24 Ultra, that is a difference of 2 seconds and 13 milliseconds. Now, what does that actually mean for the finishing time for the Galaxy S24 Ultra when corrected? Well, there's 2 times that we could correct for. The time against itself that it took extra, and with that correction of that difference of 1 second and 23 milliseconds, what that basically means is the Galaxy S24 Ultra would have finished at 2 minutes, 30 seconds and 978 milliseconds. Now, if we correct that time against the difference of what it was on the iPhone 16 Pro Max, which was 2 seconds and 13 milliseconds, what that basically means is the Galaxy S24 Ultra would have finished with a time of 2 minutes, 29 seconds and 988 milliseconds. Let's do the same for the Pixel 9 Pro XL. The total time it takes going through the 7 steps to actually start the video export for the Pixel 9 Pro XL was 4 seconds and 3 milliseconds. Calculating the extra time it took to actually get through these steps, that's an extra 3 seconds and 24 milliseconds. The difference is a fraction, and it's actually 978 milliseconds. Now, if we compare that time difference on the Pixel 9 Pro XL of 4 seconds and 3 milliseconds against the iPhone's 2 seconds and 17 milliseconds, that's a difference of 1 second and 986 milliseconds. Now, what does that mean for the correction time to the Pixel 9 Pro XL? Well, for correcting against itself for the extra time it took, then that means it could have actually finished at 2 minutes, 42 seconds and 83 milliseconds. If we're comparing it to the time difference that we had on the iPhone, then that means it could have finished at 2 minutes, 41 seconds and 76 milliseconds. Now, with all those corrections in mind, what that basically means is technically the Galaxy S24 Ultra was actually in first place. Again, small margins. So I thought, let me just throw it out there. Let me know which time correction is actually the best to use in this situation. I'm probably not sure. So I thought, let me just throw it out there. Let me know in the comment section below. But you know what? This was a really close speed test between the Galaxy S24 Ultra and the iPhone 16 Pro Max, especially the Pixel did well. This is the fastest times I think we've gotten the Pixel. But yeah, these are our super speed test results. Okay, giveaway details time, and thanks in partnership with the kind folks at Benks, one lucky subscriber is going to be in for a chance to win a brand new iPhone 16 Pro Max. Now, this giveaway will be a global giveaway, and we're running this until the end of October 2024 on the 31st. So we're gonna have plenty of time to pretty much run it through. Here are the requirements set for this giveaway. First major requirement for this video is that we need this video to hit at least 7K likes for us to unlock the ability to give away one iPhone 16 Pro Max. The next most important thing is you have to be subscribed to my channel. Yes, you have to make sure you are subscribed, and we'll verify this once we pick the winner that meets the requirements. Next is to make sure that you are following not just my social media platforms, but also Benks on Twitter, or X as they call it, and also on Instagram. After that, and watching this all the way through, leave a comment about your favorite feature on the iPhone 16 Pro Max and how you'd use it in your day-to-day. Once this video meets the requirements and you follow all these steps, winner will be picked at random after the 31st of October 2024. Once the winner is picked, they will be contacted on X, aka Twitter, and Instagram, and they will have 48 hours to respond. If they don't respond within that time, a new winner will be drawn. And to avoid any scams or mishaps or fake profiles, be sure to look out for my official verified profile end page when in the comments and of course on social media, which I will have linked in the description below, and all the instructions step by step for this giveaway. And to double confirm, I will not be asking for things like your Telegram or your WhatsApp. And as always, to help you increase your chances of getting noticed, make sure to take a screenshot of your comment and reply underneath the Twitter post for this video, which again, I will have linked in the description below. Best of luck with this giveaway for the iPhone 16 Pro Max. Let's give this video the love it deserves, and a big thank you to the kind folks at Benks for supporting this video. Now that is it with this super speed test between the iPhone 16 Pro Max, the Galaxy S24 Ultra, and the Pixel 9 Pro XL. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. That's it for me, Ben from Lover of Tech. If you enjoy videos like this, you know exactly what to do. Hit the like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell so you're part of Team TLS, the Tech Lover Squad, so you don't miss any future videos on the channel. I hope you're all safe during this time. I will catch you in the next one. Peace.